So I feel like we can start across the pond, as they say.
Okay.
Claressa Shields was over there doing her thing.
The quote.
One-sided, yeah, the quote, one-sided domination, as she's been known to do.
Cleaned her up.
Yeah. Had a little exchange with Savannah Marshall afterwards, which is fun.
I felt for Claressa at the end with that exchange.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been the same way. Like, I don't understand nothing you're saying to me right now. I know you're speaking English, but you're not speaking the English that I understand.
And it's heated, so it's,
Yeah.
there's emotion there. But
I was watching it like, what did she say? And then when Claressa was like, what she say? I said, yeah, what she say?
and Claressa said, "Where are your gold medals at?" I was like, "Dang,
Claressa's
that's quite a.
She's
drop
ready
there.
for the work.
Oh, 100%.
Always.
Can we get that fight next?
I'd like to see it.
Big fight?
It would be beautiful if we get Serrano and Taylor, and then later this year, Marshall and Shields. I'd be down for it.
I love Claressa, man. She's really developed into the full package of being a star. Even if the numbers haven't come through that matchup to her talent quite yet, I think that'll come. But she knows how to sell a fight. She gets you excited to watch a fight when she talks. Her ring entrances are some of the best in boxing. And then in the ring, she's the best fighter in the world, pound for pound. And she is the GOAT. She is the greatest woman of all time in boxing history. And I love, she came out to move, bitch, get out the way. Because she wanted Emma Cosby to get, and then she was sweet to Emma Cosby after the fight. It wasn't, it's business. But for this next fight, she might have to come out to some 2001 Eve.
What about? I was gonna say, what about?
Because who's that
MC
girl?
Breed?
Claressa's that girl. Claressa's that girl.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I offer MC Breed? Ain't no future in your frontin'?
But
She's Flint's own.
she is.
Flintstone.
But I got to go with that Eve track because Claressa's that girl. But
That's the track.
I just
Yeah,
feel like
100%.
I just played it in
Both
my
of them
head.
are
Yeah,
great
I just
songs.
played it in my
Yeah.
head.
Claressa.
No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one.
No.
Not
Talking
that
about the
one.
MC
We
Breed
talking
song.
about female rappers. What you got for her?
MC Breed's not
She's
female rapper.
not on the show yet.
Yeah, we got hold on.
I'm talking to Andres Hales. What you got? You a spitter?
Listen, no, not me. But Carson's right. MC Breed, ain't no future in your front. That's a joint.
Yeah.
And I'm also proud of you because you mentioned that song because that
Right.
song is almost
1990.
32 years old.
And I was born in 1991.
It's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh no, it's a better song, but for Claressa, for what fits what Claressa's got going, I feel like
Yeah, it's too cute. Like, who's that girl? It's too cute because you're about to whoop some ass, right? Like, you need something that's about to drag somebody. And I think MC Breeze ain't no future in your front.
R.I.P. MC
It's a
Breeze.
classic. Yes, and rest in peace to Breeze.
Absolutely.
And it's Michigan as well. So,
Yeah,
this is true.
Flintstone. But yeah,
But I feel like Amanda Taylor, excuse me,
No, you combined
Katie
it.
Taylor, Amanda
Katie
Serrano.
Taylor, you got it.
That's the best fight that's been made in women's boxing right now, and that's a great fight, April 30th. But I just feel like Claressa Shields, regardless of the outcome of that fight or the performance, she is the best fighter in women's boxing.
I agree.
Guess what? There was nothing wrong with her performance.
Not
No,
at
she
all.
won every round.
She dominated.
Yeah, right, but everybody expects because you don't know the other girl and because you have such a big name that you're supposed to knock out. If I don't know this person, why isn't she knocking her out? Well, guess what? She's a professional fighter too. Guess what? She knows how to defend. She knows how to survive. The list goes on. And so I'm like, I already knew, like, because it was a 10-round fight. And the other chick, what's her name?
Emma.
I don't mean to
Cosman.
disrespect her. No, the one outside the ring.
Savannah
Oh,
Marshall.
Savannah, yeah. I don't mean to disrespect, but Savannah's talking about you just went 10 rounds with a child. Yeah, I went 10 rounds with a child that knows how to defend herself.
Yeah.
That knows how to survive. You know what I mean? So I know Claressa's gonna, while she is the GOAT and while she steadily has to defend women's boxing and defend herself and that she is the GOAT, there's gonna be so many people out there talking about what she didn't get the knockout and she doesn't have power and kind of the list goes on from there. And I just really want to remind everybody that while we know how to knock people out, guess what? We also know how to survive. And we know how to not get knocked out. You know what I mean? So that's what she was facing. She was facing a tough girl that could go 10 rounds. Yeah. And it was a 10-round fight. Exciting. Claressa definitely had her moments. Yeah. And backed up all of her talk as always.
There's so many fights that we've mentioned before, like the one that always comes to mind is like Caleb Plant and Caleb Truax. Like we're like, oh man, we would have liked to see him knock out. He won literally every round.
every round.
So how am I gonna sit here and be like, I don't know, man. You really should have done something different.
Claressa is literally one big knockout away from the next level.
I do believe that.
If she get a superstar highlight knockout, she's out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's what the casuals want to see.
Yeah.
They want to see it. The problem is, like, Senicia Estrada, when she got her big knockout, she beat a mom that night, right?
Yeah.
It was like somebody who shouldn't even been sanctioned to fight.
Off jump, yeah.
But that made her a star. But that girl had no business being in the ring was Estrada.
But the casuals don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Claressa's fighting world-class fighters. I found it disrespectful of Savannah Marshall because if you look at Savannah Marshall's record, who has she beat that's even had a winning record?
Yeah.
These are all women that are not good. Like, Claressa's right. Where's your gold medals?
Yeah.
Where's your hardware? What you got? You beat me when I was 17. You talking?
Yeah.
But make it a big fight. That's what Claressa needs.
I would love
I did ask Claressa earlier this week, I was like, do you want an extra minute per round or do you want championship rounds? She wants championship rounds.
Oh, she go 12 twos.
She wants 12 twos instead of 10 threes. And she said, I can get a knockout a little bit later. I was like, all right. I'm curious, because I've talked to Amanda.
I literally never thought of that.
Yeah, Katie, Amanda, they all want 3-minute rounds. Clarissa's like, before we can get 3-minute rounds, give me the championship rounds.
Yeah.
Quit disrespecting us. Boxing's the only archaic sport that don't allow these women to get these 3-minute rounds. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. MMA, they fight 5-5s, 25 minutes. They have fight of the year opportunities. Why not the women?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think with the women, they excuse me. I think it's still the mode right now that boxing is in, where it's weird. Like boxing's always trying to protect the money, and how do you protect the sanctity of the sport? But there's none of that there. You know what I mean? But I believe that when they're saying. When boxing's saying we don't want the women to do 3-minute rounds because of estrogen this and blood type that, and the list goes on, and they make it all about how a woman can't function that way, the way we would want them to function in order to win a fight. And this is what we're doing so that they can perform the best that they can. I think they're saving money, and I think they're trying to save those time slots on TV for other fights that they feel like people want to see, but they need to give it to the women. They need to put those women in 3-minute round fights the way that these women are asking for, and allow them to be paid the way that they should be paid.
When it comes to how they feel, listen to the women. If they feel they can do it, easy enough. Done deal.
Stop limiting the women's when they don't actually be limited.
100%.
More importantly, like when women first started boxing, like when you look at like Christy Martin, right? There was not a lot of women that were fighting. Now you got women that eat, sleep, and train boxing.
That's true.
They ready to fight.
That's true.
Why? Like they're not housewives and just coming out of the woodwork saying I want to fight. They in the gym every day.
I'm not trying to ride no women wave or nothing like that, but I promise I know there are women out there that are more dedicated in the sport than some men.
Absolutely.
Even on the championship level.
Absolutely. So let them fight. I think it hurts the sport because if you're an MMA fan and I just watched Joanna and Jacek and Zaylee Wang have the fight of the year in 5-minute rounds where they just literally beat the hell out of each other. It was a phenomenal fight. Yeah. But it was 25 minutes. Then you go to boxing and they get less rounds and less minutes than the men.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? This is like, no respect, Sean, because this is like the old white visual of what women are supposed to be doing from like the civil rights era.
See, he set up too. Our producer set up too. Yeah, producer.
No disrespect.
Yeah, we set up too. We don't do that on this show, okay? All right, we don't do that on this show.
No offense. All
right.
But it's the old mentality that says women shouldn't be able to fight. I don't want to see it. Why not?
Yeah.
They didn't want to see women hoop.
Yeah.
They didn't want to see women do anything. They try to let's make the track shorter.
Telling you, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was not for women's boxing. But after like doing what I do for TV and having to watch, I was like, yo, she gave it her all. She's got heart. She's got skills.
She's
3 years ago, you wouldn't be this excited for Sorrento Taylor.
No.
We are excited for that fight.
Yeah.
And nothing to take for Shakira and Valdez, but I hope that fight do numbers. I'm going to support it. Mm-hmm. We're getting behind that.
They're trying to figure out like staggering the start times. Which
they're going to stagger it.
Which will be good.
I think Markowski over at DAZN, the president of DAZN, like I think he's serious when he's like, well, we want to move it back because we need to see both these fights. Because Valdez and Shakira is an amazing fight. I think everybody should watch that fight, but don't step on the toes of the women. Yeah. Because not only do you have that fight, you have Franchon Dezern Cruz is on the undercard fighting for an undisputed title as well. So I think give these women the time to shine. Absolutely. You don't. But I need Bob Arum to chill.
Yeah, Bobby.
Always.
Bob need to chill. Talking about nobody wants to watch women boxing.
Yeah,
Bob,
that's crazy.
Cut it out. You got Michaela Mayer.
Yeah.
How you going down women's boxing?
have
You got
women
Michaela Mayer.
boxers.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
And Michaela Mayer handled it as well as she could. She's just like, hey, like it kind of is what
Bob's
it is.
from the old
but,
school, though. He's going to tell it
That's-
like he feels it.
That's what I'm saying. He's from the old school, but he's got that old mentality. You gotta move on. We need some young folks.
You lead them people at home.
It's sad to say.
Because you take them out, they say the wrong thing and mess it up for everybody.
Boxing is going to be in a way better place in the next 10 or 20 years when the older people start falling off. You know what I mean?
Well, falling off and also just falling
Everybody
off
got a date, okay?
and opening their minds, opening their minds a little bit. Either they fall off in that way, or they're just like, hey, maybe I can listen to a new idea. And not
you
reject
have
it
to
on site.
I feel like we're more open. Our generation's below them.
Yeah.
I got a question. How? Because you're not doing it, but how does it feel to spin? Like everybody's over here. Like
I'm trying
this.
not to just,
Can't we
nervously
we spin in the old chair?
No, just me.
Oh.
I'll be spinning my ass off.
I'll be-
Yeah,
I'll be
now I'm
spinning
looking
when
at
I'm
two
at my
spinners
house.
over here.
You know what's good about Taylor Serrano, though? Is that they got,
He's like, I haven't spinned once. I've been locked in right here.
is that there's momentum after the fight because of Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner.
Yeah.
Because they're 5 pounds below, and now their fight is one of the best fights in women's boxing.
Yeah.
So they, I guess Baumgardner gonna go after Choi, the Korean champion, and she'll have 2 titles, and so will Michaela. They can get it undisputed just like Taylor and Serrano, and they can fight the winner of those fights to keep the momentum going.
Boom, boom.
So that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully, women's boxing isn't like men's boxing and actually
boom,
makes
bringing it down.
the fights that people want to see more often than not.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right, just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.